Hello everybody, it's June here, June Angel Pews. Sorry I've not been around for a little while. I've not been too well again. Nothing dreadful, just my usual ailments. I just don't have any energy, so I'm afraid I've been doing very little. But I still am in the middle of my destashing. When I say destashing, I'm trying to sort out into categories and you know, what I can send abroad, what I can give to, to charity. The museum is interested in some of my items, and so it goes. So I'm just getting to the stage now where I've got to clear my lounge, give me back my lounge. So a lot of the things I'm finding, as I say, I'm putting into large containers and categorising them. And I came across some altered books that I'd made. And I just thought, oh, it'd be interesting perhaps to just do a short video on altered books. Because they've been around quite a while now. I've sort of fell in love with altered books way back in 1989, I think it was, when I came across a book, sorry about the glare, called The Humanant, and it's a treated Victorian novel by Tom Phillips. If you can get this book, I would do. It's not the sort of book you sit and read. Let me sort of, excuse me, I'm holding this camera as you can see. Try and leaf through a little bit. Oh, so sorry. I'm just so sorry. Forgot. Oh dear. My battery's flashing now. Please stay with me for a little while. So, can you see? Am I that near in so you can... This chappie has taken every single page and altered it in some way, but leaving text. Excuse me. So you can sort of, there's a story in each page, if you like, a saying or a quote, or it's just amazing. It really is. I don't know how long it must have took him to do this. Sorry. And this got me interested generally in altering books. So I got onto the internet, and as with most things, all good things come from the USA, I say. Certainly on the craft world. I got onto the internet and started researching. And I thought that was sort of the first book on altered books, but it wasn't at all, because I found in my, excuse me, on my travels, this, Daily Mail Ideal Labour Saving Home, and it's sort of a catalogue, hardback, excuse me, very vintage as you can see, very old. And it was priced at 5 shillings, which was a lot of money then. Daily Mail was a paper, a daily paper that we had here. And somebody had taken this catalogue about new homes, excuse me, can you see? And literally used it as a scrapbook. And they've put different images. This one's Christmas image, look. Pictures of the fields, children and a dog. Cartoon from a comic, which we used to have in those days. Scraps. Old English field. There's pages upon page upon page. Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Girl guides. There's pages of essentially what's a scrapbook, I suppose, But it's an altered book, isn't it? It's pages that were there and read and used, and that this person has decided to alter by putting different objects on. I mean, it's a leaf. Some sort of a fabric, it feels like. All sorts of things. Yeah, I mean, we could spend a whole video going through. I mean, this is still the original page, you see, with just a picture up there. Was that London, by the looks of it? There's a chart, sort of a pattern. If you'd like me to, I'll probably just say so, and if you'd like me to, I'll show you some more pages in more detail. I think now, by the way, I've got about 15, maybe 20 minutes YouTube has given me. So if you'd like me to go through page by page and have a little look, I will do, by all means. But, you know, it just brought it home to me that altered books went back a long time. Scrapbooks, of course, as well. So that was that I found. And then I decided, right, I want to go at this. Now, my first altered book is still in the loft in a big 80 litre container full of altered books. In fact, I think there's about 3 of those containers. So the first one, I must get it down to show you, because honestly it was awful. But it was good at the time, I suppose. And this was about the second altered book. Oh dear. You know, we talk about how styles have changed. These, by the way, those clock faces and that label, I must have put on sort of just a few years ago. I don't know. I can't remember putting it on. But I'm sure they weren't there right at the beginning. I'm positive. And these were beads that I'd found. And the covers were, oh, sorry. Oh, this is going to be a disaster, isn't it? I do apologise. Trying to hold it and you can't do it. Get your tripod out, June. These were table mats that I decided to stitch together. So, front and back, can you see? They were just fabric. So I've painted them and stiffened them somehow, perhaps just with paint. And there's all sorts of things. There's no particular theme in here. This was handmade paper. And it's handmade paper with, of all things, orange peel. Can you see? I mean, probably my mind was thinking shredded fruit, but I used great big clumps of them, which isn't ideal, but there you go. And there's a leaf, look, that I've embedded. So there's, as I say, a bit of all sorts in here. Angelina, first time I ever used that, I think. There you go. Yes, all sorts of things. So yeah, this was my first altered book, and it's just literally, there's very, very little text in here. In fact, I don't think there's any. Oh, there is, look, the odd stamp that I used. Fascination with eyes I've got. More Angelina. Lace. That was black lace that I was very into marbling in those days. That was marbled with gold metal paint. That's a button. That's a leaf that I'd painted gold by the looks of it. So as I say, this was one of the first ones. It isn't a true altered book, because a true altered book, as far as I was concerned, was going back to the Humanant. Do look it up on Google and find out about it. It's really interesting. excuse me, coming back over. But it was my version of the bit of lace. That's nice, isn't it? But I was absolutely fascinated. It was something I could do quickly, keep going back to if I wanted to. Oh, there's that paper with the orange peel, whatever possessed me, I don't know. But there you go. We were talking about styles, weren't we? My goodness, this is a style of its own. So there you go. So that was the second one, I'm sure, but I will get the other one out. Excuse me. Just getting myself comfortable. Then there's one that, gosh, this has been on the go for ages and ages. It was one that I started with a group I used to be in. And I can't think now what it was called. And we did a round robin. Don't know if they're still going. When, you know, it's collaborative, isn't it? When you send it around to your friends, fellow artists, and get them to do a page. And this one was about angels. You might know, mightn't you? Angels with me. With poetry. Angels in poetry, I think. There's a cross stitch that I did. It's from a postcard. And just fitted in. Sorry about the glare, didn't realise. Some wings that I made. Put little pockets, because of course you can do all that with altered books. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds of sites now to show you how to start and prepare an altered book. But, you know, I'm sort of just showing you what I did all those years ago. I mean, I've put that on fairly recently. Prepped it ready to do something with the page. Yeah, this went to round robin. This was one of my friends did this. And then I just, it was never completed. So, oops, again, glare, sorry. I found that and I thought, oh, that'd be nice for the book. There's one of my peacock napkins. I've put in on another page. There you go. And so it continues. So it's just a continuing project. Okay, then I decided I would have a look at, excuse me, I'd have a look at children's board books. So I got a children's board book and decided to alter it, and the subject matter was Da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci, my favourite painter, although I've got a few favourites, but different styles, obviously. I adore Van Gogh, but on this side of things, Da Vinci, fantastic. So this was a matter of painting, preparing the pages, you know, sanding them, and then doing different surface decoration on each page, and there's everything you can think of. This is some embroidery I did on canvas, stamps, images, all sorts of things, metal, keys. Ah, this must have been a round robin as well, because this is something one of the girls did for me. I didn't do this one. I remember this. It was super. Absolutely brilliant. Yep. There's another page. These board books are fantastic, I think. You know, why go and pay a fortune for a chipboard ready-made book for you to embellish when you can pick these up from Goodwill, charity shops. Finished off with a bit of lace, look. And make your own, for goodness sake. Wonderful. I mean, today I would cover that with paper, the pages rather than a lot of surface decoration with paint and goodness knows what. I can't show you very well, but this book would have been wrapped up when it was finished. It would have been wrapped up in this fabric in this case. One look. Put away carefully, wrapped up, and there'll be a label somewhere with the history on the book itself, you know, who made it and who contributed to it, etc. Then it would have been put away. So there's a couple more I can show you. I'm going to leave it till the next video. Just want to touch very quickly on other things that have happened because of my love of altering books. And I'm going to, I wonder what I can do with this. Hold on, see if I can just leave that there for a minute. And this is folding books, and somebody did this for me not so long ago. You know, just getting a paperback and folding it. So you're folding each page, and this is a fantastic business card holder or anything holder, ATC, so you can stick in there. This peacock, my favourite bird. I keep saying my different favourite birds and goodness knows what else, and I've got so many favourites, so I'm not telling you fibs. I just love birds in general, really, but the puffin is my very, very favourite, I think. But at the moment I've got a passion for peacocks, so that's that. But it's just, you know, it's difficult at first to, I mean, we were taught not to write in books, weren't we? Not to tear books, to be careful with them. You know, what important things that they were. So you have to take yourself outside that box, I'm afraid, and start tearing pages out, and drawing on pages and painting, and it's a bit rough at first, but you get used to it. And I'd rather see something done with them like this than just going into the local tip where they're all burnt. I've altered a Bible cover. I haven't yet dared to do the contents. Isn't it silly? Because I cry sometimes at the amounts of prayer books and missals and Bibles that I see pulled to bits, falling to bits, so not being sold by charity shops and being dumped. I have so many myself, I can't tell you how many, too many. But I haven't bought myself yet to be able to, steal myself yet to be able to actually alter them yet. But you never know, I might be able to at some point. And this is another one, this one I'd started a long time ago. Excuse me. And this was, again, one of my favourite subjects, angels. And this was another folded book. YouTube, there's loads of videos on how to fold pages to make all sorts, from vases to cut wonderful intricate ornaments, embellishments and things. But this was one that was really quite bright gold, actually. Again, styles, they change, don't they? And then I found her out. She's got a Cindy doll's head. Another subject I'll touch on at some point. I've got loads of dolls that I've altered over the years. Lots of dolls ready to alter, and all these I'm going to give away, share, gift, donate, sell in some instances. And when I say sell, all and everything that I do in life, anything that I make a profit out of goes to my charity of the year. Okay, so that's another one. I just thought I'd show you another example of what we're doing with books. No need for them to be slung and burnt. There you go. So we're up to 20 minutes now, so I'm going to pray that we can I can upload this, and I'll go and do that now, and I'll come to you with part 2 of the altered books, and 1 or 2 other things I want to say to you. But so I'll leave you for now. I hope you have a really good day. It's sunny but windy here. Peaceful, nice day, and I'm not half so tired as I've been lately, so fingers crossed that's how it stays. Well, I shouldn't say fingers crossed, don't believe in that sort of thing really, but there you go. Okay then, ladies and gents, see you very soon. Bye. Bye-bye.